So, for the next tonight and the following night, we will be in the new moon in Leo. Currently in the season of Leo, so yeah, there's a lot of hella Leo energy, which comes with depending on your sign, I guess, depending on who you are, your karma, your dharma, all of that. But it's generally like a very fierce energy, a very motivating energy, a very go-getter energy, right? I don't know if you know many Leos, but they are very confident, right? Or, they can exude that kind of confidence. They radiate that. My dad, sister, and my son are all Leos. I'm very surrounded by that hella lion energy. So I definitely feel that when it's Leo season, there's a shift in everything. Everything kind of feels a little bit more illuminated, right? You get a little bit more confidence to tackle some projects and things. You get that motivation to start going for things that perhaps you were lacking motivation to pursue in the past. So let's kind of see what your energy is. See who you are and what you need to hear today. Right at the bottom of the deck we have Lyran's Leo energy. It's very prominent tonight. I was like, just meditate and go to bed, and then the universe was like, nope, we doing this, we're in it. So here I am. Fire energy popping up. Alright. Interesting. We have Men in Black. Alright, this is all about like stalking, intimidation, confrontation. Somebody could be under investigation. Or there could just be somebody that's like, heavily paying attention to your social media at this time. Kind of keeping tabs on you. I kind of want to figure out what the fuck that's about. Because that's weird, bro. Very rarely does this card pop out by itself, right? You yourself could be an investigator of sorts, right? It's giving PI vibes. Let's see. We're gonna use my Wonderland Tarot deck, because this seems like a rabbit hole to me. Perhaps somebody's trying to gather information on you. I don't know, this is very interesting. Let's find out. Nine of Swords. Whoever this is, it doesn't appear like... It's almost like they're confused, right? There's so much information coming at them at once. Perhaps they're getting contradictory information. Because it's like they're racking their head. Just trying to figure this shit out. This could also be like maybe because the way that the flamingos are showing up as the swords in this deck, it almost feels like hearing too much information from too many different sources, right? And that could be where the contradictory energy is coming from. It's kind of like you don't know which trail to follow, or they don't. Take it as it resonates. Hella Aquarius energy popping up now. Yeah, and with, I mean, the swords popping up before with the flamingos, Nine of Swords. You could be an Aquarius, could be dealing with an Aquarius. Very interesting, because we have the Queen of Swords, right? The Queen of Air, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the Star card, which is Aquarius energy, right? Heavy on the spotlight though, right? Because I'm seeing the Jabberwocky just kind of like under the spotlight at this time. This is Cash Money. No, I named him after Johnny Cash. But, yeah. It's a little chunky. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Little distraction. Queen of Swords is cold, straight to the point, very honest, very blunt, right? This is somebody who doesn't bullshit, right? So if an Aquarius is being observed, it shouldn't be that complicated, right? With the Nine of Swords, it seems complicated, but if the person being observed is an Aquarius, it shouldn't be. Well, I don't know. I'm saying that as an Aquarius because though I feel like it would be very cut and dry, you know, it's, I guess Aquarians are one of the hardest signs to read, which is funny because they're not bullshitters, right? They're going to be straight to the point. They're going to be like, this is what it is. And if you misinterpret that, then that's because you're the one who's mentally beating around the bush, not the other way around. Right? Or they are, right? Just take it as it resonates. Whether you're the observed or the observer, this is the energy that I'm getting. It's interesting too, because the way the Queen's hand is motioned, right? She's got her finger kind of like this in front of her. So maybe be conscientious of what you say, how you say it, who you say it to. Alright, maybe there's like some advice here to move in silence for a while. Perhaps lay low. Alright. This is getting interesting. Let's see. Somebody could be getting information to one of your exes, even, because the Two of Cups in reverse is coming out, right? This is like breakup energy. So perhaps somebody that you have broken up with or somebody from your past is kind of like trying to gather information on you. And maybe with that Nine of Swords too, it's like they're getting all this information, but they're also just getting a lot of rumors, right? Because they can't go directly to the source. They can't come directly to you. So they're going to everybody else, and everyone else is confusing them, right? And they look fucking confused and frustrated and kind of like, what the fuck? Yeah, with the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, interesting, because we have Two of Cups in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Definitely breakup energy. Definitely like an ex trying to gather information here, or like, yeah, that could be trying to figure out a way back, to that situation. With the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy, this is also the energy of them feeling trapped, right? It's like they can't progress, they can't move forward, they're just kind of stuck. Because the Chariot is all about moving on. Maybe they're struggling to move on. Maybe they're still very hung up on this. We have the Empress energy. I kind of love this for you. It goes back to that star energy. Where you're, and the Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of cutting off the bullshit, right? Like, the Empress is all the queens in the upright. Right? And she's just sitting here, she's knitting, minding her own fucking business. See her at home with a little bonnet on, kind of shit. Chilling. And it's like, and going back to the start, it's like you got this spotlight on you, but you're really like not, it's not like you're going out of your way seeking this kind of attention. It's just they're hung up, they're stuck on you. It's like, it's almost like they're being haunted by you, if that makes sense. Like, what is that one song where he's like, I will haunt you like a ghost? I know I got the tune wrong. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like, it feels like this energy, like you literally haunt their mind. What did you do to them? What did they do to you? Because you're in this like no bullshit energy. You cut them off. You're fine. Like, I just see you chilling. You're like, I'm minding my business, focused on myself, focused on my growth, focused on personal development, and they're losing their fucking mind. Watching your social media, trying to keep tabs on you, trying to like see what the fuck is going on. Could be somebody who has like an unhealthy obsession with you. That's weird. Yeah, see, the Hanged Man, this is like, cannot pass go. And then I see the Wheel of Fortune for you, right? This is in your favor. This is happening in your favor. Perhaps they're kind of like, perhaps something is happening in your divine protection here, because with the Chariot in reverse, the Nine of Swords and the Hanged Man, I'm getting this energy like they cannot pursue you. There's something almost physically holding them back. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, that's your divine protection. Right? It's like the universe is not allowing them to disturb your peace, right? Look at you, just peaceful, chilling. The universe is not allowing them to disturb your peace. And somehow you being at peace is disturbing theirs, which is kind of a fucked up energy, to be honest. I'm not sure I like that. I feel like you should just, keep doing you. Keep focusing on your self-care, keep focusing on your personal development, your finances, things like that. Focus on your personal growth. It's almost like the universe is not going to let them. Like, you see this lobster in the Hanged Man card. Like, this lobster can't show up with his little claws trying to, pinch at you, right? This is literally the divine hand holding them back and being like, nah, you ain't going for, you're not going after this person. You're not harming this person. You're not going to disturb their peace. You've done enough, actually. Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor at this time. Seeing divine guidance, divine protection. Perhaps there was a divine intervention in this situation, and that is what caused this breakup. Because this person, there's something not right about them. I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This could be somebody who's kind of carrying rumor mill, which is kind of funny because she's carrying the pepper mill. But because you showed up as the Empress, right? The energy of all the queens in the upright. So when I see the Queen in the reverse, this is showing me another energy, right? An energy that is not yours. The Queen of Wands in reverse is like the Queen of gossip and rumors and drama and nonsense, right? And with the King of Swords, this is interesting because you also showed up as the Queen of Swords, so there could be another person at play here, another energy, but perhaps if there is like some kind of divine counterpart, they could be experiencing a mirrored kind of situation, which is interesting. Almost like they're going through a similar, because the King of Swords is also that no bullshit, cutting people off, showing up as a divine masculine. This could also represent the balancing of the masculine and feminine within yourself, and just cutting off that that really toxic energy that was seeking to perhaps try to create drama, try to create negative situations for you. Tried to ruin your reputation, tried to make you look bad, but it's almost like it only made them look worse, right? By them trying to do this, it only kind of put them under the spotlight in some way, because now everyone's kind of looking and they're like, it doesn't add up, right? That doesn't match this person's character, what you're trying to pin on them or whatever. Very interesting. So, let's see if there's anything else. Maybe some confirmation on this King of Swords. Is this you or is this somebody else? Is this a divine counterpart that you might be meeting in the near future or having some kind of interaction with if you've already met them? You have the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy, with the Ten of Cups in reverse. That led to more questions than answers. This could be somebody else, because more masculine energy is coming out with the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy. With the Ten of Cups in reverse, this is also somebody who is in the middle of an ending, right? So this could be you as well, right? Or they could be in a mirrored situation, kind of walking away from something here. It's like having to walk away from something that you or they thought was going to be your Ten of Cups, right? That would be that, like, that devotion and love and happiness. With the Hierophant in reverse, it's like somebody was just not trying to spiritually progress. Right? This is somebody who is almost spiritually stunted. It's like they're just kind of stuck where they're at. That almost feels like a curse. But it's like of their own making. I'm hearing like willful ignorance, like somebody just did not want to become better. Like that having to grow in certain ways would just be too much work for them. They're too stuck in their ways. They're too used to their default programming, their baseline. They can't change it up. They can't grow as a person. They don't want to. Alright, let's see what Kali has to say. Kaladara. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move from where you are to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace will manifest at the perfect time to provide what is needed. Alright. Alrighty, that seems to be what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you all, and I will see you soon.